Well, I think the Republican Party, if it rededicates itself to its principles, recruits good candidates, registers voters across this country, it's a party that can be competitive and win races. At the end of the day, the ideology is clear. This is still a right-of-center country, but it needs to be communicated in a way that is from the top on down, from the bottom back on up. And the reality is this: you do that by recruiting voters that deliver that message. You do that by recruiting candidates at municipal and local level that echo that message and that energize the grassroots, at the most local level. That's how you win races. That's what the Republican Party needs to do. That message needs to be reiterated from party chairman to congressional leadership to county executive, city councilman, and small town mayor.
You were the Director of Communications at the RNC. One of the areas in which Obama has at least portrayed himself as being far superior is in the internet outreach. How do you feel about the job the RNC did in that in recent years, and what do you see as coming in the future?
Well, I think at the end of the day, the Obama campaign and Democrats had a lot of energy on their side. They had been out of power for 8 years, and they wanted to win. And the reality is that 4 years ago, we had the energy on our side, having reelected an incumbent president. So obviously all these tools are critically important, but when applied with energy and money and focus, they're a lot more relevant and they have a lot more impact. We need to build energy. We need to have a core message that we reiterate throughout the party, at the very top, all the way through to the grassroots. If that is happening, then these tools will be more applicable and they'll be more effective from a communications and organizing perspective.
How do you feel about the new leadership at the Republican National Committee with Chairman Steele taking over? Do you see a new direction there?
Well, I think ultimately, the new direction will come from the grassroots. And it'll come from these local candidates talking about lower taxes, less of a role of government in people's lives, about the fact that we can't spend beyond our means, and things along those lines. I mean, I think the RNC members spoke. They elected a new chairman. He's energized and put in place a lot of energy into the party, and certainly is a charismatic individual. But at the end of the day, this is about the people that vote for the candidates and about these local municipal candidates and that message reiterating from east to west, from north to south. That's what needs to happen.
One more question. Give us your prognosis on the 2012 election.
I think, the Republican Party has a lot of good candidates, and we need to look to the states. We need to look to our governors. We need to look to these candidates that are out there. These states are essentially incubators, idea incubators. These guys are coming up with ideas, and they're putting them through, and they're executing. They're the CEOs of their states. And I think we need to look to these individuals because they're the ones that are applying, the conservative principles on the ground in the states every day. Those are the individuals who are going to help move this party forward. The ideas won't come out of Washington. They'll come from the states, and they'll come from these local elected officials. And if we remain true to our principles, we're going to be just fine.